Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully, everyone can take a seat, and we'll get started with our ceremony today. I'd like to introduce myself. I am George Dowd. I'm the Physician-in-Chief and the Vice Dean here at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. I'd also like to thank everyone for being here today. It is wonderful to see this space full of friends, family, colleagues, and supporters who are all here to recognize the accomplishments of Dr. Alyssa Rake. The induction and the dedication of an endowed professorship is an occasion that also brings together the leaders within the larger Johns Hopkins Medicine family. So thank you, Dean DeWeese, Kevin Sowers, for flying in to conduct this ceremony. I'd also like to thank the many leaders that are here with us today from the multiple divisions within the Institute, as well as the Department of Medicine here at Johns Hopkins. Thank you, Dr. Jennifer Arnold and Dr. Jose Pineda, for traveling here from afar, from Boston up north and from the West Coast to be part of this special day. And I also want to thank the philanthropic gift from our donor who wishes to remain anonymous for making this momentous occasion a reality. I think the dedication of an endowed professorship has become an honored part of our pediatric healthcare system since joining the Johns Hopkins family in 2016. Today's ceremony marks the 6th professorship, and again, I think it's a testament to the foundation as well as the donors who actually believe in us as we undergo this academic transformation. I look at it, I think the first endowed professorship was with Mo Raymond in 2019, and we had 2 that year. Then we had 2 in 2021, and then here we are in 2023 with an additional 2 professorships and chairs. At the rate that we're going, I think we can endow all the positions in the next 5 or 6 years, Janine. So thank you. And I think really, as I look at these endowed professorships, and if you can look at your book, you can read a little more about what an endowed professorship means. But I'd like to take a few minutes and just describe it, what it means to me as the physician-in-chief and vice dean. I've been part of Johns Hopkins Medicine for 20 years. I don't want to say that out too loud, getting more gray hairs each day. And I've held many titles, both up in Baltimore as well as here. But the one that I cherish the most is really my endowed chair, the David M. Goldenberg Family Endowed Chair for IBPS. And I think when I look at the endowed chairs, in the United States, I think the first one was in the early 1700s, and it was to the Harvard Divinity School. And the donor there really donated the money and had a simple requirement for the beholder of that professorship, that they should be of solid learning in divinity. Again, it was the Divinity School, of sound or orthodox principles, one well gifted to teach, of sober and pious life, and of grave conversation. And I think, what these endowed professorships allow us to do is it allows all children to advance our vision of creating healthy tomorrows for one child, for all children. They allow us to attract and retain and reward exemplary clinicians such as Dr. Rake, researchers who share their passion and leadership along the 4 pillars of treatment, education, advocacy, and research. I think, for Dr. Rake, I think these professorships recognize your continued contributions as well as providing funds to push the frontiers of scholarship, the funds that can propel both clinical, educational, as well as translational research and help lead to new innovations and discoveries, or even creating simulation pathways and or opportunities with collaboration with others and other innovators and scholars around the world. And as I said, for the junior faculty and the students, I think one professorship can touch hundreds of lives through the programs that they lead, the students that they attract, the other learners that they may mentor within and around their own academic work. I think junior faculty as well as learners get to rub elbows with the most talented scholars such as you in the world. And really, when we come to it, the learning does not occur just in the textbooks. It occurs in the classroom and being around you as a mentor. And to the private donors, I think that these funds provide overall improvement in the hospital and in the university. But by funding endowed professorships, these donors can convene the brightest minds to focus on particular problems or issues and spur advances in pediatric care. So it is my honor to begin this program for Dr. Alyssa Rake, and I'd like to call upon Dean DeWeese for the presentation of the professorship to the university.
Thank you, George. Good afternoon, everybody. Pleasure to be with you. I happen to also hold a professorship, and I'm just glad I didn't have to meet the pious and sober life that in order to hold mine. It's been a wonderful day. When I came to Florida yesterday and arrived, and I've just had an extraordinarily good set of experiences. I got to meet with the residents and fellows, which is probably always a highlight, but a number of the faculty, some of the researchers, grateful donors here. And I just want to say, as I said yesterday, wow, the clear commitment to teamwork, to the children, to healing those children, and the stitching together of families is so evident. I'm just so very lucky and proud to be your partner and for you all to be part of Johns Hopkins. So thank you for that very much. I really do appreciate that. And today's just an extension of that as we get to dedicate the Dr. Jennifer Arnold Professorship in Medical Simulation and Innovative Education, and to celebrate its most worthy inaugural recipient, Dr. Alyssa Rake. Alyssa, congratulations to you. As many of you know, Dr. Rake's work and that of her team is really quite important, and arguably speaking, maybe, while it's always been important, maybe more so than ever when you think about the future of medicine and the people who do it and the technology that has to occur for us to meet the goals and objectives we have together. And with some of us were in conversations about generative AI, about large language models, and how all that technology is needing to interface with the human side of it all so that we can continue to heal patients and then drive the kind of multidisciplinary teamwork that Dr. Arnold did start, Dr. Rake, that you're continuing here, because that's where the action happens with patients, and make sure we're doing that at the highest level. That's what this is all about, helping to support this, and that's why I don't know as it could be a more important time for all children and for Hopkins than to support this particular notion of an endowed professorship. So to the donor, thank you for that. We are so fortunate to have a lot of donors, but this one in particular to being with the foresight that's necessary for us to move forward in this new, somewhat even uncomfortable world that we're thinking about as we do. So having you is a great thing. Endowed professorships are amongst the highest honors that the School of Medicine can bestow on any of its faculty, Dr. Rake. And it is so because it supports the discovery mission, how that informs our clinical care and the education of the new leaders in medicine. And so it's really very important for us to support you in that set of endeavors. But it's also important because they are perpetual, and they live on well beyond any of us in this room will be here. They will continue to support the new Dr. Arnolds, the new Dr. Rakes of the world to move us forward for the things that we do, which is to improve the human condition. So that's why they are otherwise so important. And I know you'll hear from others who know you far better than I do, Alyssa, but just wanted to say how proud we are of you, the work, as I've already said, and that you're part of the Hopkins faculty. It means a great deal to all of us, so congratulations to you. So because endowments are held and administered by the university, they have to be formally presented to the university. And so today, I'm excited to present this professorship to the Johns Hopkins University Provost, Dr. Ray Jayawardena. Dr. Jayawardena is the brand new provost of the university. He's been for 2 weeks on the job. He came to us from Cornell, where he was the dean of arts and sciences. He's a world-renowned astronomer. But because he's been at Hopkins exactly 2 weeks, he was not able to travel down, but did make a video to accept this. So again, on behalf of the School of Medicine, I'm presenting this formally to the university, and our provost will say a few words in acceptance. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean DeVries, and good afternoon. I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person, but I wanted to take the opportunity to honor this special moment for All Children's Hospital and Dr. Alyssa Rake, as well as the accomplishments of Dr. Jennifer Arnold as the namesake of this professorship. It is my distinct pleasure to formally accept the Dr. Jennifer Arnold Professorship in Medical Simulation and Innovative Education on behalf of Johns Hopkins University and All Children's Hospital. For those of you who know Dr. Rake, you know that she's a talented and devoted pediatric critical care physician. She's also a leader in medical simulation as a vital part of patient safety and outcomes. This endowed chair will ensure that Dr. Rake and the Center for Medical Simulation and Innovative Education that she leads will continue to set new standards of pediatric clinical care and to pursue innovations that will enhance quality and safety further. I'd also like to acknowledge the anonymous donor of this transformative gift, one that underscores the important work of this institution and the impact it has on so many lives. Of all the gifts a university receives, few make a more profound and lasting difference than the creation of an endowed professorship. It represents an enduring source of a university's excellence and impact, and enables us to recruit, retain, and support the world's finest scholars and clinicians. An endowed professorship provides both permanence and flexibility for our faculty, ensuring that their work receives the continued support and recognition it deserves. Those who hold endowed positions at Johns Hopkins are leaders in their fields. They are the pioneers charting new courses of discovery, and they attract the brightest and most promising students here. These are the faculty members who bring prestige and honor to the Johns Hopkins name. Their work makes this a preeminent university, and their ability to expand frontiers of our knowledge and enhance human well-being comes in no small part from the robust support of an endowed position. Dr. Rake, warmest congratulations to you on this tremendous honor.
It's really wonderful to be here. It's great to be back in my former stomping grounds. So, Dr. Rake, all my colleagues here from Johns Hopkins Medicine, Johns Hopkins All-Children's Hospital, and of course, the Center for Medical Simulation and Innovative Education. I'm really thankful for the opportunity to be a part of today. Words cannot express how humbled and honored I am to be a part of this and to have the namesake for this professorship. Along those lines, I want to take a moment to really honor the donor who has made this gift possible. I actually had the opportunity to meet the donor, and I can tell you that this gift is truly a selfless, gift in honor of the work of simulation as an invaluable tool, not only for patient safety, but patient care. Not only the passion to deliver simulation as a tool to improve the lives of patients through training, through systems improvement, but also as a tool to actually deliver to our patients and families to help them provide care at home. And so that passion I could feel from our donor. I know that her passion in general for all of the benefactors that she's donated to has been at helping children to lead healthier and happier lives. So as I can tell you, it's an exciting day for Dr. Rake. I already sense from getting to know Dr. Rake over the last couple of months that we are kindred spirits. And I look forward to growing our new friendship and our collaborations moving forward. You're a dedicated physician and, like myself, passionate about how simulation can improve the lives of kids. In your work, both clinically and professionally in simulation, you are helping to save critically ill children every day, building great teams here and in all the work that you do. And I know that your simulation expertise will support the program to grow and flourish. So many of you know that I was actually here at Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital for almost 5 years, and it was very difficult to leave this amazing simulation program and this amazing institution. And while it was hard to leave, I am very excited about the future of the center here and how exciting it will be to have this new leader, Dr. Rake, who will take it to new heights. I also have been a patient, a medical student, and a faculty member here at Johns Hopkins, and it is a place that I am so proud of having been a part of for so much of my life. And as you all know, life's journey is often marked by significant milestones and moments of recognition that fill our hearts with gratitude and humility. And today is another landmark example of such moments for myself, and I'm sure for everyone in this room. And so I'll just leave with a final comment that I am so passionate about healthcare simulation and the fact that we've found a donor who believes in the power of healthcare simulation. It's a transformative force in pediatric healthcare. It revolutionizes the way we as professionals train and improve quality and safety and effectiveness of the care that we deliver. And I know that this professorship will continue to accelerate the integration of healthcare simulation into our work and play a pivotal role in shaping the future of healthcare so that all children receive the best possible care when they need it most. So, Dr. Rake, congratulations. All right, next I have the pleasure and the opportunity to introduce Dr. Jose Pineda Soto, who is from the Health Sciences Clinical Professorship. He's in the Division of Critical Care Medicine and the Department of Pediatrics at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, which he comes, like me, from the other end of the country. So welcome, Dr. Pineda.
Well, it's a real honor, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be part of this very well-deserved celebration of Alyssa and her talent and everything she does. While reflecting on today's celebration, one will ask, what is the set of skills that leads to someone being so impactful and consequently so successful in her field? In Alyssa's case, is her values, which guide her highest standards in everything she does. They constitute the foundation of her daily motivation when leading, taking care of her team, and of her patients. Alyssa's colleagues describe her as a dedicated, hardworking leader whose work ethic and desire to always be better and stronger, at least in part, originated from her days as a gymnast. That work ethic is complemented by her empathetic personality, her ability to multitask and balance her work and her family responsibilities. She never shies away from challenges or hard work while focused on what is best for her patients and her team. Her inquisitive spirit was present as early as her trainee days at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. She has since tenaciously pursued education through simulation while building the necessary infrastructure and a highly motivated team. She's incredibly committed to trainees, putting her heart and soul into educating residents and fellows. She's also seen as a great colleague and friend by all those around her. Alyssa's colleagues in simulation aspire to meeting the highest standards she has established. That's their own words. When asked to describe Alyssa as a leader in the field, the conversation starts with, how much time do I have? And I actually asked myself that question while preparing these remarks. She's seen as a leader who can be kind-hearted and firm at the same time. Collaboration comes to her naturally, and people consequently see that and want to champion her work. A role model for interdisciplinary collaboration, colleagues in the field of simulation also describe Alyssa as a gracious colleague and a persistent mentor, a forward-thinking leader who's able to execute well on a plan. With compassion and grace, she's able to work with others and assure that the ball is moving down the road. One example is the Las Madrinas Simulation Center at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. It started in a space the size of a living room. Alyssa developed important relationships with supporters in the community and was the front person that led to such relationships becoming an unusual multi-year commitment. Her leadership was crucial in funding and executing the vision to launch a state-of-the-art simulation center. Those who train and mentor are our true thermometers. Those who we train and mentor are our true thermometers. They see how we conduct ourselves every day and what our impact is. Alyssa's trainees describe her as a bright, determined woman, always willing to try new things, a dedicated mother and wife who also built a state-of-the-art simulation center from the ground up. She's able to balance optimism and realism. As a mentee, you want to spend time with her. Her efforts have positioned us to be better prepared to deal with emergencies we don't see every day. She creates a great learning environment by taking things seriously, but compassionately. Her simulation expertise is complemented by her kindness and her sense of humor. Serious, but funny, but serious, but kind of funny. An instrumental leader, but not showy about it. One particular trainee shared how Alyssa guided him, but allowed him to run with his project, a simulation-based randomized trial. She helped him bring it all together and connected him with other leaders in the field. The result was a very impactful manuscript that coincidentally was just cited a few weeks ago in a briefing on pediatric diagnostic safety published by the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, or AHRQ. Other examples of her work include scientific papers ranging from testing the efficacy of safety measures incorporated into patient care during the COVID-19 pandemic, or analyzing best practices for emergency situations during extracorporeal support and artificial heart and lung used to support critically ill children. It's therefore no surprise that Alyssa is seen as a respected national leader within INSPIRE, the International Network for Simulation-Based Pediatric Innovation, Research, and Education, which is a collaborative group whose vision is to improve the lives of children through healthcare, simulation science, scholarship, and innovation. So I think the take-home message here is Alyssa is a true gem, a leader in the field, a wonderful doctor, mother, and colleague. Alyssa is a true example of a servant leadership in action, someone who can craft a vision and then execute that vision to hard work, and importantly, by taking good care and motivating her team. With her characteristic work ethic, patience, and endurance, she will continue to be an impactful contributor to the field of simulation and consequently to patient care. Congratulations, Alyssa. It's now my pleasure to invite Dean DeWeese to the podium, and Dr. Rake, if you could please join him.
Dr. Pineda, thank you very much. Friends, you can see why, through the words of Dr. Arnold, why this endowed professorship is importing something so important in medical simulation and innovative education to make sure we are as safe and as high quality as we can be for the people that entrust their lives to us. And through the words of Dr. Pineda, why you, Dr. Rake, are the right person to be holding this. So on behalf of the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine, I am very pleased to present this medallion to you, Dr. Rake, as a symbol of this honor and in celebration of your installation as the recipient of the Dr. Jennifer Arnold Endowed Professorship in Medical Simulation and Innovative Education. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Pineda, for that lovely introduction and for traveling all the way to St. Petersburg to support me today. What a gift. What an honor to be standing in front of all of you today to receive this inaugural professorship. As you know, I joined the team here less than a year ago, but I was able to become part of a fortunate team. I was fortunate to become part of an incredible team in the Simulation Center who's hardworking and dedicated to serving our healthcare providers, our patients and families, and our community. They work every day to create and produce top-notch learning opportunities. A little bit about my journey. I think you've heard a little bit about it, but one of the big things for me is that I was a competitive gymnast until college, and with that spent a lot of time in and out of doctors' offices and hospitals, receiving many tests and treatments. It was then that my desire formed to become a pediatrician and to be able to help children heal and live better lives. Much later in my medical training, I chose to take care of the sickest patients in the critical care unit because children are resilient. In the ICU, our job is to provide the needed therapies and support to our patients to keep them safe while allowing them the time and space to heal. We also have the privilege to walk with the families during that time. I was specifically drawn to the ICU because of the essential resilience on the team. It's a place where you're fully dependent on the other members of your team to produce results and accomplish good care. It's impossible to care for the patients without good teamwork and communication. It was early in my ICU career that I was able to see incredible teamwork and also teams that struggled. I noticed that just a few small tangible changes could make teams function at a much higher level. I began working with several different teams, and we practiced how to respond to deteriorating patients. Facilitating those immersive learning experiences allowed the teams to work together to improve skills, communication, and their team performance. Vince Lombardi said that perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we attain excellence. In simulation, we provide learning opportunities and facilitate deliberate practice for the learners with the goal of excellence. One of the things I enjoy most in simulation is to witness those aha moments where learners finally realize or understand something, where it clicks. I've seen many teams and individuals grow and change. It's been an incredibly rewarding journey. I've been fortunate to work with and learn from some amazing people. First, I'd like to thank Dr. Randall Wetzel, who was my chairman at Children's Los Angeles for many years, and who helped invest and purchase our first simulator, as well as to support me on embarking on a new venture. He mentored me in how to navigate program building, funding, and many, many other details. I also want to mention several other key mentors in my life. Dr. Van Carney, one of our leaders in simulation and resuscitation science, who's at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, who has given me advice over many, many years in different aspects at each stage of the game. Dr. Nayoka Rivero, who is one of the most brilliant physicians I know, but also strong and humble, and who modeled servant leadership, and who's helped me understand and navigate what's really important. And lastly, Dr. Pineda, who has been an incredible mentor and friend in problem solving for work and for life. He's always encouraging and pushed me to step up and out and to challenge myself and to grow. I am proud to be part of the team here at JohnsHopkinsAllChildren'sHospital. Our leadership understands how supporting the clinical team translates to improved care for our patients. Thank you specifically to Dr. Jallo, Dr. Danielson, who I think had to go back to the operating room, and Alicia Schulhoff. Thank you for your leadership and counsel. Thank you for investing in me, in our program, and allowing us to partner and receive this generous support. And to Dean DeWeese and Kevin Sowers, thank you so much for joining us here today. Thank you for your leadership and for supporting this endowment so that I can continue to pursue excellence in simulation. It's exciting to be able to contribute to the Johns Hopkins legacy. To our donor, it is difficult to understand what simulation is, let alone comprehend what it brings to our people and our patients. Thank you for seeking to understand and for this generous a gift that allows us to continue to improve, to innovate, and to discover through simulation. Your commitment translates into improving the quality of care provided for our patients. Here in the Center for Medical Simulation and Innovative Education, we hope to provide a safe environment that staff and physicians can come for respite and to connect, a place to learn and be challenged, a place where we develop and practice safer care, a place where we can trial and perfect new protocols and procedures, a place to research and develop and lead best practices for learning. In the Simulation Center, we will be leaders in healthcare education, and we will achieve excellence. I cannot think of a better namesake for this professorship than Dr. Jennifer Arnold. Dr. Arnold, what a pleasure it is to have you here today. You've put so much hard work into developing this simulation program, as well as our state-of-the-art facility. Your contributions to simulation for both patient safety and for education for families and patients with complex medical care needs have made a great impact on what we do. It's wonderful to be able to carry your name and recognition forward. Lastly, I want to recognize my family. My parents pushed me to work hard and learn about myself and learn what I enjoyed. My father's always counseled me that the most important thing in finding a career is one that you really enjoy and want to spend time doing. How right he is. Thank you to my amazing husband, Chris, who has stood with me, and to our 3 children, Ella, Keegan, and Avery. They have supported me and lifted me up through many challenges. They moved their lives when we were called to come here to St. Petersburg. Thank you for the joy you bring me each and every day. Thank you for your resilience and your patience. I could not do any of this without you. I am blessed beyond measure. And lastly, thank you to the foundation team for hosting and organizing this incredible event. And to all of you here, as well as the folks online, some of the people back from Los Angeles, my colleagues, my friends, my family, thank you for coming today to join this celebration. I'm excited for what's next in our journey together. Thank you.
I'm Kevin Sowers, president of Johns Hopkins Health System and executive vice president of Johns Hopkins Medicine. You know, today is another incredible event. It's moments like this that brings our families together, our friends. It brings together our donors, our board members, and our faculty and staff. And it's really a moment that we're able to celebrate the excellence of Johns Hopkins Medicine at its finest, and you are clearly a representation of that. So congratulations to you. I also want to echo your comments about Jennifer. I miss seeing her, and I'm glad to see her today, and glad she's back with us, and her name is a part of the namesake of this award and the endowment. You know, from the National Capital Region to our hospitals in Maryland to St. Petersburg, Florida, our faculty and staff bring excellence and healing to our communities each and every day. And we're very proud of what it represents to not just this country, but to the world. And so we're all a part of making the world a better place for the next generation. So you inspire us, and thank you all for being here today.